Dragon Ball Super has introduced several new characters to the Dragon Ball universe, and one of the most intriguing is Kale, who has quickly become one of the most popular as well. She's become a fan favorite due to her unique abilities, backstory, and role in the Tournament of Power arc, where she went berserk and blew away mighty opponents. The Universe 6 Saiyan is often compared to Broly for her insane strength and power levels. In this video, we delve deep into the depths of Kale's character, examining her backstory, powers, and just what makes her so special. So, without wasting any more time, let's jump right in. Who is Kale? Is she just a female copy of Broly? Kale is an introverted and seemingly timid character, which is ironic because she belongs to the bold and brazen race of Saiyans. She made her debut in Dragon Ball Super during the Universe 6 saga. The idea of this character came out of the animation company Toei, which latched onto the idea of creating a female counterpart of Broly for Universe 6. Toriyama liked the idea and created the initial designs for Kale and her partner Caulifla. But eventually, Kale developed a nuanced personality and distinct background from Broly. In her universe, the Saiyans are different from their Universe 7 counterparts who waged war across the universe and were ultimately wiped out by Frieza, leaving just a few left alive. The Universe 6 Saiyans have evolved into a peaceful race, so they are generally good-hearted and not easily intrigued by fighting. Her personality is largely influenced by her peaceful upbringing and her close companion, Saiyan Caulifla, who serves as her mentor and best friend. However, their relationship in the anime has been kept ambiguous. In one instance, Caulifla refers to Kale as sis, but it seems to not be the literal sense of the term. In the Tournament of Power, Kale calls Caulifla her one and only, implying a romantic relationship between the two. Whatever the case may be, it is certain that they share a special bond that works as a catalyst to increasing the power levels of Kale. Caulifla's unwavering support and encouragement play a critical role in Kale's growth, helping her overcome her insecurities and embrace her true potential. Saiyans are known for their intense emotions and love for battle, which helps them transform into powerful Super Saiyan forms. In the Tournament of Power, Kale seemed underconfident and overwhelmed by the powers of her opponents. But when Caulifla is brutally attacked by the Pride Troopers, Kale's fear of losing her loving confidant triggers her emotions to such a level that it unlocks her hidden potential. She transforms into a Super Saiyan, saving Caulifla and emerging as a standout performer in the tournament. What are the biggest differences between Kale and Broly? Kale and Broly are both compelling figures in the Dragon Ball multiverse, both carrying Saiyan heritage and immense power. Broly is the Hulk version of a Super Saiyan, first introduced in the non-canonical Dragon Ball movie Broly, the Legendary Super Saiyan, and he originates from Universe 7. He has possessed extraordinary power levels since birth, and in his legendary Super Saiyan form, he's consumed by anger and rage, ravaging his enemies with killing blows. He went berserk, and he was able to overwhelm Goku and Vegeta. Kale hails from Universe 6 and possesses similar abilities in her legendary Super Saiyan form as well. She was introduced in Dragon Ball Super, but her personality has very little in common with Broly. He was used as a weapon by his father, Paragus, and banished from his home planet because King Vegeta feared his potential power levels. Kale, on the other hand, had a comparatively decent childhood. She's timid and introverted, yet can form the bonds of friendship, love, and care. Broly's tragic past has made him a recluse and antisocial. Kale initially seemed to be a clueless fighter in the Tournament of Power, showing disinterest in fighting until Caulifla got into trouble, triggering her inner fighter to take over. But Broly is different in his passion for fighting. He's immensely confident in his abilities and always striving to become stronger, never shying away from showing an opponent his place. He is a brooding and uncontrollable force of nature, driven by deep-seated hatred and a thirst for vengeance. His characterization revolves around his overwhelming power and his relentless pursuit of Goku and Vegeta, making him a formidable antagonist. Though Kale is a formidable opponent as well, she cannot be categorized as an antagonist. Her character goes through significant development throughout the series. Her shy personality is eclipsed by anger and rage in her berserker form, representing her journey of self-discovery and acceptance. But despite her immense power, she retains her kind-hearted nature and shows compassion towards her friends and allies, distinguishing her from Broly's aggressive demeanor. Kale is also younger than Broly, who is over 50 years old in the events of Dragon Ball Super. Kale is much younger, perhaps in her early 20s. She might even be in her teens. Broly had been a fighter his entire life and had trained for decades, more than the years that Kale had been alive, and that makes her comparable strength even more impressive. Broly is one of the strongest fighters in the Dragon Ball multiverse, with an unlimited reserve of power and a pure, unadulterated flow of energy that cannot be controlled easily. So does Kale. Both, in their legendary Super Saiyan form, go berserk on their opponents. They completely lose control on their enemies and even put themselves and innocent bystanders in danger. Is Kale stronger than all Universe 6 Saiyans in her base 4? Here's the proof. In the Dragon Ball universe, the upper limits of power that an individual can achieve has been continuously upgraded. There is supposedly no end to how powerful a character can become, either through relentless training or by some miracle of the right combination of genetics and magical luck. When the saga started, Goku's chopping up heavy logs and hitting a giant fish with a long stick to save Bulma, and it was pretty awesome. It was more powerful than what a standard human could do. Then came Master Roshi with his Kamehameha wave, followed by extraterrestrial villains like King Piccolo. The saga explored the insane strength of alien races in Dragon Ball Z, where new fighters with massive power and massive egos were introduced steadily, people like Vegeta and Frieza. As the dangers intensified, so did the powers a fighter could achieve. So it can never be truly said that one fighter or character is the strongest, as the evolution in Dragon Ball never stops. However, despite her shy nature, insecurities, and inexperience, Kale is indeed the strongest Saiyan in Universe 6. At least for now. As mentioned before, the Saiyans of Universe 6 are vastly different from the ones we have known for much longer, and there is an evolutionary reason for that. Their base forms are different. As you might know, the base form of a Saiyan is a great ape, which is a transformation that occurs on a full moon due to a Saiyan's tail. But in Universe 6, Saiyans don't have tails. They used to have tails a long time ago, like humans, but they lost them somewhere during their evolution. So it would be reasonable to assume that the base form of Saiyans in that universe may have also evolved. During Goku's fight with Super Saiyan Berserk Kale, Vegeta warns Goku to be careful and that this form might be her base form. If that's the case, then Kale is the strongest Saiyan in Universe 6. However, Universe 6 also features other powerful Saiyans such as Caulifla and Cabba. Caulifla in particular is a prodigious fighter who quickly learns to harness Super Saiyan transformations during the Tournament of Power. Her versatility and rapid progression in mastering Super Saiyan transformations also makes her a formidable contender. Cabba exhibits significant potential and a strong strategic acumen, displaying his own Super Saiyan transformation. In the anime, legendary Super Saiyan Kale was completely able to dominate both Caulifla and Cabba's Super Saiyan forms, while in the manga she was ahead of her fellow Saiyans even before learning to go Super Saiyan. Her speed gives her an edge over her opponents. She was fast enough to steal Sadala's soldier's blaster and crush it with her bare hands. She also stole Super Saiyan Cabba's pendant during his fight with Caulifla, and neither of them noticed. Even Frieza in the tournament got overwhelmed by Kale and noted that her attacks were more vicious than Super Saiyan Cabba's. While Kale is undoubtedly one of the strongest Saiyans in Universe 6, labeling her as the absolute strongest may be true now, but let's not forget that the Dragon Ball saga is all about improvement, all about the gains. There's no best, only better. This is why Kale's Berserk Super Saiyan form is one of the strongest in the multiverse. The Tournament of Power arc in Dragon Ball Super certainly raised the bar by introducing fighters from different universes. The Saiyans of Universe 6 especially got their moments to shine, however it was Kale who took most of the spotlight with her Super Saiyan Berserk form. This incredible showcase of power was a reaction to Universe 11's assault on Caulifla and Kale's desire to save her companion. Initially, during the tournament, Kale was barely an inconvenience for anyone she fought. Her blasts were easily repelled and her attacks caused little to no damage, as shown in her initial fights with Goku and Methiop. She was also easily put into a restraining hold by Napapa and Methiop. When Kale taps into her Berserk form, she gets buff like a bodybuilder, and her power skyrockets to unprecedented levels. She becomes an unstoppable force of destruction, capable of overwhelming even the most formidable opponents with her raw strength alone. During the Tournament of Power, her mere screams created large craters in the ground, which were made of Kachi Kachin, the strongest substance in the multiverse. While fighting Super Saiyan Blue Goku, she simply shrugs off his attack, which alone is quite a remarkable feat. Her energy was enough to make Jiren flinch during his meditation, as well as distract Vegeta and Toph from their battle. She eliminates 3 warriors from the tournament accidentally while throwing meteor blasts everywhere in fury, wrecking the arena. Later, with Caulifla, she fights and eliminates Kasharel, Kettle, and Zoire. It took a heavyweight like Jiren to stop her rampage. When she and Caulifla later fought a more serious Super Saiyan God Goku together, they got overwhelmed by his power. Though Kale was barely harmed, she decided to fuse with Caulifla, using the special earrings to keep her safe. Can Kale defeat the likes of Broly, Jiren, Goku, and Beerus? Whether Kale can defeat the top fighters in the Dragon Ball universe is completely speculative and subject to interpretation. One can try to find the answers by comparing the strengths, abilities, and combat prowess of each character. Broly became known for his immense power and seemingly limitless potential. His legendary Super Saiyan form grants him incredible strength, speed, and durability, making him a formidable opponent. It's no secret that Kale was designed as the female version of Broly to tap into the success of the character and delve deep into the Super Saiyan Berserk transformation that intrigued fans so much. While Kale's Berserk form also showcases immense power, a confrontation between the two would likely be intense and could potentially result in a battle of attrition, which means whoever gets exhausted last wins. However, in that scary scenario, everyone around them would probably die. Jiren, the meditative pride trooper from Universe 11, is widely regarded as one of the strongest fighters in the multiverse. His mastery of martial arts places him on a level above most other characters in Dragon Ball Super. He was already able to humble Kale with a single blow when she went on a rampage during the Tournament of Power. While Kale's power is considerable, given Jiren's exceptional combat abilities and unwavering determination, it would take her a lot more training to defeat him. The God of Destruction, Beerus, wields immense power that surpasses that of most characters in the Dragon Ball multiverse, except King Zeno, Whis, and maybe a few other characters. The eccentric god is an effortless fighter and a formidable opponent with a mastery over destructive energy. It's unlikely that Kale, or any other mortal fighter, could defeat Beerus in a confrontation, given his divine abilities and experience. However, if Kale finds a way to kill the Supreme Kai, she'll win without even fighting Beerus. Kale's biggest mortal challenge is most likely going to be Goku, the protagonist of the Dragon Ball lore, and we know he's not going to back down from a fight. He continuously pushes the limits of his power through intense training and battles. He has now gained mastery of various Super Saiyan transformations and accessed Ultra Instinct. And, most importantly, he is the purest form of a fighter. He fights only for either harmless fun or to defend himself and his loved ones, making him the most dangerous opponent of all. A confrontation between Kale and Goku would likely be evenly matched at this point in the saga. However, Goku isn't going to stop training anytime soon, and he's going to keep getting stronger and stronger. Ultimately, the outcome of any hypothetical battles between Kale and these powerful characters would depend on various factors, including the circumstances of the encounter, the combatants' strategies and tactics, and any potential power-ups or transformations they might access. While Kale's Berserk form showcases incredible strength and potential, overcoming opponents like Broly, Jiren, Goku, and Beerus would likely require more than just raw power. It would also take skill and determination. Marvelous verdict! Kale's character has a profound impact on the Dragon Ball Super series, both narratively and thematically. Her journey from timid insecurity to powerful confidence resonated with audiences, offering a compelling exploration of self-discovery and acceptance. She embodies resilience, strength, and the enduring spirit of the Saiyan race, ensuring her place among the elite warriors of her universe. Her undeniable strength lies not only in her innate Saiyan heritage, but also in her unique Berserk form, a transformation unlocked due to her close bond with Caulifla, which highlights the importance of unity and camaraderie in the face of formidable adversaries, which ultimately is the message of the Dragon Ball saga. You're stronger than you think. What's your view of this formidable Universe 6 warrior? Is she as powerful as Broly? Will we ever see a face-off between them, and who do you think would win? Comment down below to let us know your thoughts, and keep watching Marvelous Anime for more marvelous videos. See you next time.